If you are logging into my team today, this is what matters. Happy Sunday, y'all. New challenges. We also have a very special event going on just today that impacts the Battlegrounds Festival quite significantly. King of the Court updates as well. So let's dive right into it. As always, come over to the challenges tab. This is where we do most of our work, take care of our dailies. I hopped on early today and started sweating, quite literally. Took care of all my dailies pretty quickly. We always do those, and we always do our exhibitions. It is free MT. There's a certain exhibition you can't get done, no worries, but still prioritize it. Moving on, season 4 tab. One more day to get the wins and all-star team up. It just wasn't realistic for me. We had too much to grind, but if you got that done, good on you. And today's the last day to do it. These London and Berlin games, I wouldn't prioritize. Maybe if it's fun for you, go for it, but they're just kind of extras. I don't see any challenges specific to these reward balls at any point in the future. Season 4 rewards, of course, keep after it and keep tracking your wins in those triple threat and clutch times. We've gotten a ton of triple threat wins just because we worked through the gauntlet. You can get some nice rewards along the way. Even if you don't get up to that 250, still a good tab just to help you progress. Salary cap is there if that's your grind. And this Battlegrounds tab, do take care of this. If you need to hop in Showdown just to play one, it is worth it. Very easy to do. Battleground players are really cheap. Free Hall of Fame option pack, we take those. In the Battlegrounds Festival, so after releasing a beautiful Galaxy Opal challenge for the first one, they've given us back-to-back diamonds. It's a bit to be expected, but still worth it. Really, really easy. I'll take care of this potentially in one domination game. 50 points, assist, and rebounds, and what is it, 50 or 10 dunks. That can easily be done in one domination game. Put a few Lakers and a few Nuggets on the bench. So get this done. It's a free diamond piece. They do add up. I wish it was a Galaxy Opal, but they do add up. So that's the only new Battlegrounds Festival challenge. No new weekly challenges. Of course, we stay on training challenges as best you can. And this signature challenge is still absolutely worth it. But again, be very comfortable in this challenges tab between daily, season 4, Battlegrounds, weeklies when they're there. But right now, it's really just these first 3 that can guide your daily grind. As far as play modes, well, today's a great day just to stay on top of things, but we'll talk about it first. Triple Threat Park. Guys, if you can get a 5-game streak in Triple Threat Park, and that's what I hopped on and did this morning, it was quite sweaty. If you do not succeed at first, sometimes you have to try again, and that was the strategy today. I was at 4 games I lost, I was at 2 games I lost, but on the 3rd try, we were able to get a 5-game streak going. I actually did it in the randoms court. I was playing with randoms. I played with some really good players, played with some questionable players, got like 2 wins with one squad and then 1 win with another, and then finally got the final 2 on a totally different court with 2 other people, and then we kept on the court. So I'm actually up to 8, maybe live tonight, trying to help some viewers get the 5-game streak. I mean, you can see if you can get 10 and 15, it's still kind of cool, but the creme de la creme is at that 5. If you can get a dark matter piece for 5 games, I mean, that is a huge grind. Just time, the time it would take you to get a dark matter piece doing the breakout grind, it would be so long. So definitely hyping up the Triple Threat Park. It is sweaty out there. Hopefully it gets a little easier throughout the day. For me, it's like a bug on me, man. I just got to get it done first. That's why this video is going to be a little later today, because I was just grinding away in Triple Threat Park this morning. So if you're able to do it, find some people to team up, maybe use the Discord of the Big D Guru channel, and just try to get it done if it's possible. If not, don't feel too bad. Just do your regular breakout grind. You know, we'll line up our shots in the exchange. You don't need SAR, you don't need Terry, but if you're really trying to get those guys, it's going to be this Sunday Triple Threat Park that can move the needle. One dark matter piece can do so much for you. So enough on that. On this page, you know, either play Triple Threat Park or keep after your grind. Of course, we still are after domination. It says 81 of 99 stars down there. Just a few more and I will keep after it, even though I got a lot of other stuff going on. Pretty much sweated out the weekend. We played King of the Court last night. We played the Park this morning. I can probably relax a little bit and play some domination, but whatever grind you're working on, make sure to lock it in. It's a Sunday, you know, good day to grind, especially if you can knock out the Triple Threat Park win streak. That's even better. But for King of the Court, let's take a look, and it looks like I'm Just Edwards has taken the lead, and up there at the top, we know how hard it is to get points. I mean, I played 4 games last night. It's the most games I've played in King of the Court. 4 good wins, and only one was over 3,000 points. I mean, to me, I don't know how you get 14,000 points. I don't know how much these guys are winning by, but it gets really hard because once you have 4 wins, you're kind of playing against yourself. You have to outdo your past game. So for me to try to get more points, it would be really, really tough. I'd love to get tier 1, but so happy just to be chilling in tier 3. Looks like tier 3 will be right around 9,000 points, so I really did need all 4 games just to get into tier 2. So we'll see. I will take tier 2. So happy. I literally played 4 games. I wouldn't say lucky. I think I played really well last night. I just locked in and went 4-0. Some of those games were definitely back and forth. One of those type of matchups where if you play 10 times, there could be 10 different results. So happy to capitalize on that. But a huge advantage. I'll get a Galaxy Opal piece now, the 95 plus. But tier 3 is still super rewarding, and you have time, guys. I would recommend trying 2 or 3 games today, either this or Park. I mean, I know we don't always want to sweat every day, but it's like Sunday, Saturday, I kind of circle the calendar. Those are my sweat days. Those are the days I'm going to hop online and play. So between Triple Threat Park and King of the Court, I get questions like, what's the best way to stack festival pieces? And yes, Breakout can be the fastest on a day-to-day, just getting as many gold pieces. But how many breakout games would you have to play for a dark matter piece? How many breakout games would you have to play even for a pink diamond at tier 3? I mean, realistically, you can get this in 3 King of the Court games, maybe just 1 win. 3 King of the Court games takes about an hour. You cannot get a pink diamond card in an hour to an hour and a half in any other mode except for King of the Court and of course the Sunday Park streak. So really take advantage of these type of events and do your best. We had a homie in the Discord. He's like, I went 1 and 3. Bro, that's great. 1 and 3 should be easily in tier 2 or tier 3. I mean, pardon me. So still at tier 3 for 4 games, 92 plus the pink diamond. It's worth it. So hats off to everybody out there trying it. Good on you. But in general, be familiar with this play tab. For my new guys, it's really this challenges tab and this play tab that lines up your weekly grind. As you start getting rewards, we head over to the market and we will tap into the exchange. And yeah, I mean, I probably have like 1 million gold cards right now just from grinding Park. I got so many wins in Park today, only one 5-game streak. Could probably be here for about an hour just upgrading gold pieces. We won't do that, but always come in here, upgrade your pieces, get as many diamonds to pink diamonds, and just map your shot out. Like if you're going for the Galaxy Opal, you really just might want to keep upgrading until you have just as many Galaxy Opals as possible. But still, line up your shots, whether it's going to be SAR or Terry. If you're playing King of the Court and Sunday Park streak, you should have a really good chance at getting at least one of these guys. If not, maybe both. I don't think both, but maybe like 1 in a pink diamond. But if you're not committed to that level of grind, get your Kyle Kuzma. This is still a really good card. And of course, I already got him, but make sure you get this Yang Hansen card. We locked him in yesterday's video. And essentially, I've used him nonstop since. He was my starting center in King of the Court, played amazing. If you were on stream last night and saw, I mean, he was my leading scorer in every single game, usually guarding either Chris Bosh or Galaxy Opal or a Dark Matter. Card's insane. Used him in every one of the Park games today, got my 5-game win streak with Yang Hansen, free Amethyst card. So just get him at least and try to go for a pink diamond Kuzma or one of the Galaxy Opals. But as usual, stack your pieces, line up your shots. I think we'll see so few of these KP and Bookers. It's kind of funny. Porzingis' nickname is the Unicorn. I think this Dark Matter Porzingis will be a bit of a unicorn. I have not seen one. I've actually only seen one SAR, and Yang played really good against him. We won that game. And they matched up quite well. I'm saying SAR is probably overall better. The sticks really determine a lot of these things. But still, this Yang Hansen card's insane. I wouldn't worry too much about KP and try to get one of these Terry or SAR or Kuzma and that Yang Hansen. And that alone is going to be a really good festival. Eventually, once I have my shots lined up a bit better, I'll come in and get some diamonds, maybe one of these 90 plus packs, but probably not. The real value is either in some fun dynamic duos or really good cards you can get out of this festival. But comment down below, how many pieces do you have? What will you be spending them on in the festival? What are, if there's a dynamic duo I haven't hit on yet, let's talk to me what you're thinking about the festival. I know a lot of people like this SAR card. Terry seems to be kind of the second choice right now just because his jump shot's on normal. We'll see, but yeah, the fact they made SAR's jump shot very quick makes him quite desirable. So definitely something to think about. Also, last night we did get level 37 from the Pro Pass, which gave me access to one of these 5 cards, and we promptly took Jaden McDaniels. So my lineup has improved greatly just overnight. This Jaden McDaniels card is amazing, and we used him in the second, third, and fourth game in King of the Court. The first game I didn't have him. It gave me the level to get him. So between Hansen and Jaden, yes, the lineups changed a bit. Keep working your season grind. These pieces are still absolutely worth it. I do recommend it. If I get another, I might just do legend badges. We'll see. But yes, all of these Galaxy Opals are really good. And we can check out the lineup. This is the lineup I took into King of the Court last night. It was amazing, man. I had so much fun. I'm huge on this Eddie Jones. He's just so shifty. I get to the rim with him so efficiently, and he only has 85 driving dunk, but it works. It's his ball handle. It's his defense. Like, this guy gets a ton of steals. I get it. He's not the most meta card, but he works for me. I'm really liking this Ray. I know I spent a lot of pieces on him, so I'm using him, and he plays the role he needs. And I matched these 2 offensive threats with 2 very defensive threats, so it was kind of a cool yin and yang. A lot of the times I had Kamara. I didn't start him, but I would sub him in almost immediately. So this was the 5 kind of playing together, and then this 5 would kind of come in and play together. Really fun. Yang was insane, and I'm huge on this Reynaud card, man. There's just cards that you hit with. This is a card I make open shots with, and I've talked about the difference. If there's a card that you just know it's jump shot, even if the stats don't compare to a different card, if you can hit open shots, it makes that card good for you. And that's what this Reynaud does. He was playing against Pink Diamonds and Galaxy Opals all night long. And if Hansen wasn't on the court, it was pretty much Reynaud. Cockbrenner got a couple minutes, but that jump shot of Reynaud is just too smooth. So I really like where my lineup's up at. Russell Westbrook's coming home here in the next couple days. That could impact a couple things. But yeah, I mean, we took the screenshot at end of season 3. We're just at the beginning of season 4, and we've already seen some huge improvements to this lineup. So very excited to see where it's going. In the pack market, nothing really new. They got the Battlegrounds Wild Gems. I'm not ripping any packs, I'll be honest. Just kind of, building MT. We're up to over 3 million MT now. We kind of sold some things, which is great. And liquidity wise, I might be closer to 4, but it's cool because I was trading a few days ago and it was like 2.7, 2.8. So we're making a lot of MT just slowly but surely, just working my bid method, looking for snipes, not even really working filters, just finding cards on bid that are much cheaper than they should be. Last night on stream, I got multiple Kenny Smiths for under 5K. And yes, 24 is not selling this instant, but really 18, 19 will sell. So even if I'm getting at 4 or 5K, that's great. But I'm being patient on all my dynamic duos. There's been a bit of a dive in the market just due to the festival. I'm still very confident that any of my dynamic duos will go up long term. So I'm being stingy, and I pretty much sold everything else. I had a couple other cards, like I still have one Reynaud, but I had like a Kaishan George. I sold him. One more Eddie Jones. I'm going to keep moving him a little bit just because I'm using him. I stick to cards that I know, and that's how I'm consistently profitable, because I don't get out of my comfort zone too much, but I do a good job of expanding my comfort zone. And I think that's kind of a mindset. It's like, look, bid on what you know, but then try to know more and more every week. So we'll see how it goes. B set, they've kind of stabilized. Maybe this Aldama won't go quite up as much as we thought. He's kind of sitting there in the 20s, but getting a bit rarer. Maybe this card sneaks up to 25. There's one at 15. I'll just buy it. I can sell that at 19. Why not? Make a few MT just while I'm kind of perusing the market. And I saw that first one's on bid, so why don't I just go bid on him? A little high. We'll take this one here, and I'll bid like 12 to 14. And it just goes to show, even when the market's down, with the bid day flips, you can still make MT on the same players. You just have to understand their floor a little bit better. When it comes to the Battleground set, honestly, I haven't paid too much attention to it. Someone did cook me with Allen Houston earlier today. Looks like a pretty shifty card, but he's down in the dirt. I mean, 40K for this Pink Diamond is kind of crazy. Maybe he goes up when he's out of packs. I don't know. Not really risking it with any of these cards. It's just too soon. I think these amethysts are really good. People like a lot of these amethysts, but we don't have any doing the activity that Renaud was doing, like sticking in the 10 to 15Ks while they're still in packs. Apparently this one's really rare. I'm not sure why everybody wants Kalani Brown as 6'7" power forward. If y'all know something I don't, let me know. So that's kind of weird. But other than that, all these amethysts are in high volume and not really holding too high of a premium. I expect most of them to get down to 5, 6, maybe even 4K. So if you want to try to do our tried and true, you know, buy a few meta amethysts and then resell them once they're out of packs, it's definitely an option. Let's check in on Zaire. Looks like his price has gone up just like we thought it would. We were buying these in like the 7 to 8Ks, even cheaper really. And he's gotten rare and looks like he's selling for about 10K. This one's not selling, so maybe like 9K. But it's just that cyclical cycle that we've seen. We were getting these AOs like under 5K. Looks like he's still about there. So it's a little finicky, but I could probably make a little profit. But on the amethysts that are good and leave packs, there's almost always opportunity to make a little MT. And we were curious about this right now, just because he held his value all through packs, but he's kind of hit a new low. I mean, while he was in packs, he was well up above 10. Now he's out of packs and he's kind of closer to 10. But again, I can come in here and just make money easily because I know this card sells at 10. So why don't I just bid 7? And it looks like I may win that. We'll see. So just keep a pulse on cards and their bottom and use your bids to make a bunch of MT. And that's how I've been doing it. Other ways to do it, of course, the exchange and the wild gems. I really have made quite a bit of MT just flipping Timberwolves, Jazz, Pelicans, wild gem players. It's just so easy. Come in here, set the filter for a certain team. Like, let's try to do what's one I haven't done Pelicans in a little bit. Come in here. What is the cheapest wild gem Pelican? I'm guessing it's around like 10 to 15K. I know it was a little bit high, and that's why all you need to do is know the bottom and don't start bidding until you understand the bottom. So it looks like it's actually closer to 10K. So these guys are a little bit down, but still an opportunity to make MT. And here we go. Looks like I found the bottom. There's a snipe just from looking on the filter, and it looks like at 8K they'll sell pretty quick. These 7s are kind of brand new. But I could be stingy and like, I'll say 7. I don't think I can sell any Pelican Wild Gem for much more than 7. If I get more, then it's just going to be extra profit. So max bid 5, 5.5. Perfect. I'll bid 5K on all these guys, maybe even 5.8. Bid doesn't high enough. That's fine. I can move right on. And someone may have already did this. It looks like for the least few. So maybe I just go back like 30, 40 minutes. And hopefully no one's bid on these yet. Try to be that first to get a bid in a little bit high with 6,200. But sure, and this is a tried and true way. Spend 20, 30 minutes just working some wild gem filters with specific teams. Pelicans, Lakers, Timberwolves, Jazz. You can day flip these too. So there's another way to make some money on the auction house for you. And I mentioned the dynamic duos. Queen's gotten really popular all of a sudden on Xbox. I'm not panicking. I think I've seen this kind of influx with Queens. Now his price is in the 20s. This is just my buy cycle on this card. And yes, I may need to buy a little low, and eventually if I have to sell a queen that I bought for like 25, for like, 25, that's fine. But I'll still take advantage for the fact that Queen's bottom price is a bit down today. So I'm going to try to win a few on bids. And I am sitting on a couple queens, but I'll just stay patient. I'm still listing mine in the 50s. He might not sell in the 50s, but in a month he might sell in the 50s. I got enough MT where I can play the long game on these guys. And that's my exact mindset. Every day I have a few day flips and a few holds, and I just keep the balance. I try not to have too many long-term holds. I made a mistake earlier in the year with these wild gems. I know I'm not the only one. It was just this, we just didn't know. It was, I wouldn't say lack of communication on 2K. They didn't say they would say anything, but they just kind of fizzled out. I still think some exchanges will come, but we shall see. So overall, yeah, market's a bit down, but use your bid method to find some floors and make some bids and have some fun. On the top end, we're seeing some interesting things. This Tracy was down yesterday. I was bidding on this Tracy at like 1.2, 1.3, just barely getting outbid. Now he's gone up. This one has a good amount of extra badges, but even the base ones seem to be a little bit higher. I thought it was too low. Just because this card has a jump shot on normal doesn't mean he's not absolutely elite. I think he's just as good as any of the other Dark Matters. I think the only Dark Matter that has a jump shot on quick is Tim Duncan anyway. LeBron doesn't have it on quick. I don't think Michael Jordan does either. So, at this point, I have the MT, but I'm still not buying these top tier cards. I'm having too much fun with Free Hansen. I'm hooping with that card. So why am I spending over $1 million on a card? But just be aware, some of these Galaxy Opals, they're honestly trickling down. I mean, I won't even talk about Wild Gem Galaxy Opals. They're probably at buyout pretty soon if we don't see another exchange. Anthony Davis is around $1 million, but it's like Sar is probably better, maybe even Hansen. Probably value in the cards like Brandon Roy. I mean, a ton of extra badges, 4 legends. This is still a very elite card. You get one with 4 extra legend badges. These are the type of purchases I promote making now. Patented meta cards from past sets that maybe are just being forgotten about. Like, I would rather have a Brandon Roy with 4 legend badges than a base Clay. That's just me. And so those are the deals. Why would you spend so much on a base Clay when there's really badged out cards at this point? And it's kind of my favorite time of the game is like buy past set cards that have a ton of extra badges. When I ran Dylan Harper, he had like 10 extra Hall of Fame badges. Same with the Magic Johnson. I'm not buying a stock Magic Johnson. I'm buying one with a whole bunch of extra badges. Even a card like this Chet, who's been in the millions easy. If you're going to spend a fefew million on Chet, you might as well get one with 12 legends. So top of the market, this is where you can really find some good deals. I usually just forget about the current set. It's never the right time to buy the current set while it's like fresh in packs. Maybe the last day of the pack cycle, or if you see kind of a weird morning where Tracy's going too low. But kind of forget about these current ones and be like, what was the card I was really excited about like a week or two ago? Jokic, how rare is he getting? We have talked about how rare these Galaxy Opals can get. He's pretty rare, but his price is kind of low. Scotty, I'm guessing this is a rare, expensive card, but pretty rare. We'll see what they're ending at. I'm guessing this will end very close to $1 million. I'll put a low bid on there just to see what he ends at out of curiosity. But if you're thinking some high-end purchases, just buy smart, buy meta, try to buy with extra badges. But it's as good as time as any. I do think the dust has settled a little bit from the festival, so hopefully the market stabilized a little bit of a push back to where it kind of was, but still just overall, we got so many new good cards. They added 39 new cards in total. A lot of them were quite good, so it's going to impact the market. It just happens. I think we had a bit of a dip. Now it's kind of, stabilized. But keep in mind, January 30th, festival ends. We don't know what kind of content we're going to get. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a dip back up between the 30th and the All-Star Festival. So with that, just keep moving and grooving in the auction house. Curious how y'all are making MT. Drop it down below if you have some tried and true methods. Sharing a few of mine that are really working for me. I'm making a lot of MT, I feel like, consistently. Of course, there's always room for improvement, but if you're consistently stacking MT, consistently working the home challenges and play challenges, you're in a good spot. You don't have to get every win streak. You don't have to play King of the Court every week. Just try to get your challenges done. Try to get some good cards out of the exchange and keep stacking your MT. And your account's going to be in a great spot to come in and build really any kind of lineup you want. I mean, my lineup now is 100% rewards cards besides Reynaud, Cockbrenner, and Eddie Jones. Everybody else is unauctionable, just coming from me grinding the game. And imagine what this lineup would look like if I actually was willing to spend a little MT, and you can get an account to a similar spot just from grinding and being strategic. Maybe not on the same scale, but even if you have $1 million MT and just a few good rewards cards, you're in an amazing spot to build out a really fun lineup. And that's just kind of the mindset. It's a card collecting mode. We're gathering as many resources as we can, and we keep it moving and we keep it grooving. With that, I hope you all have a great Sunday. Spend some time with family, check in with loved ones. That's always a good thing to do on Sundays. Grind the game if you have time. I'd love to hear if you all are able to get the 5-game win streak. We'll keep an eye on King of the Court. I might be watching Ty on stream, seeing if he's going live, trying to chase down I'm Just Edwards. I don't know anything about I'm Just Edwards. I don't know if he's a streamer, or maybe I'm living under a rock and I should know about him. But hey, man, good for you for hooping. Swaggy Foams, I remember him from last week. Cash Money J is Carlo. So JC2K4 Flare AI. I'm not sure if that's the real JC2K or what's going on there, but have fun today, guys. Appreciate all the support in the live stream. We had a great live last night. I think I will try to hop on live tonight just to say hi. Maybe we'll play a little park or just some domination, but we'll keep it moving, keep it grooving. But I appreciate all you guys. Let me know what you're grinding. Let me know if you have questions. If there's something I need to cover in these videos you think I'm missing, I'd love to hear that. Appreciate the community, appreciate the support. Check out the Discord. I'm always down to play with viewers. I've teamed up with almost everyone in the chat, it feels like, at this point. Regardless of age or skill, I'm down. Let's hoop, man. So let's have some fun. I appreciate you guys. Have a great Sunday. See y'all a little bit later. Much love and peace.